The crowd erupts in applause. A man stands at the center of a grand hall, basking in the admiration of hundreds. He straightens his posture, lifts his chin, and exhales slowly. He feels powerful, unstoppable. At that moment, he is more than human, he is something greater. But deep inside, behind the mask of confidence, there is a whisper. What if they stop applauding? What if they realize I'm not as great as they think? This is the paradox of pride. It lifts us up, yet leaves us fragile. It gives power, but demands constant validation. It promises self-sufficiency, yet makes us dependent on others' admiration. It is both the source of greatness and the seed of downfall. In this chapter, we unravel the psychology of pride, narcissism, and self-deception. Is pride inherently destructive, or does it serve an evolutionary purpose? Why do we crave superiority, and how does it shape our interactions? And most importantly, can we control it before it controls us? The evolution of ego, why we crave superiority. Pride, like all so-called deadly sins, is deeply embedded in our evolutionary past. In prehistoric societies, dominance was a survival advantage. Those who appeared strong commanded respect. Those who seemed weak were cast aside. Pride ensured survival, displaying confidence discouraged attacks from rivals. Social status guaranteed access to resources. The dominant ate first, mated first, and led the group. Recognition fueled ambition. The more admiration one received, the greater the motivation to achieve. This is why praise feels intoxicating. The brain releases dopamine when we receive admiration, reinforcing the behavior. Social media, corporate success, and public recognition all tap into this ancient craving for validation. But there is a dark side to this evolutionary wiring. Pride does not tolerate opposition. It demands submission. And when challenged, it lashes out. The narcissism trap, when pride becomes a prison. Not all pride is destructive. Healthy self-esteem drives ambition and confidence. But when pride crosses into narcissism, it becomes a prison. The traits of narcissistic pride: grandiosity, an inflated sense of importance; fragile ego, easily wounded by criticism; lack of empathy, difficulty recognizing others' feelings; validation addiction, constantly seeking admiration. Narcissistic pride creates a paradox. The individual appears confident, yet is internally fragile. The need for constant validation means that their self-worth is not truly their own, it depends on external approval. This is why narcissistic leaders, celebrities, and influencers often collapse under their own success. The validation that once lifted them up now enslaves them. The psychological weapons of pride: self-deception and denial. The mind has powerful defense mechanisms that protect pride at all costs. When challenged, we justify, blame, or deny. The Dunning-Kruger Effect, the tendency to overestimate one's competence. Confirmation bias, seeking information that supports one's superiority. The illusion of control, believing success is purely self-made, ignoring external factors. These cognitive distortions make self-reflection painful. No one wants to believe they are arrogant, blind, or wrong. And so, pride builds a fortress around the ego, a fortress that becomes a cage. The fall: why pride precedes destruction. History is filled with the downfall of the proud. From emperors to CEOs, pride has toppled the mighty. Consider Napoleon Bonaparte. After years of conquest, he believed himself invincible. Ignoring warnings, he invaded Russia in 1812, leading to disaster and exile. Pride is dangerous because it shields us from reality. It blocks criticism, dismisses warnings, and creates an illusion of infallibility. By the time the proud realize their mistake, it is often too late. The path to mastery: humility is the antidote to pride. The opposite of pride is not self-loathing, but humility. But true humility is not weakness, it is a form of strength. Humility embraces learning, acknowledging flaws leads to growth. Humility seeks truth, valuing accuracy over being right. Humility builds resilience, allowing oneself to fail and improve. Modern neuroscience supports this. Studies on growth mindset show that those who embrace humility and see failure as a lesson are more successful in the long run. Pride seeks to prove. Humility seeks to improve. Conclusion: mastering the ego. A warrior stands at the edge of a battlefield. His army is strong, his confidence unshaken. But in his heart, he knows, pride has destroyed greater men than him. Will he listen? Will he learn? Or will he fall? The battle with pride is not fought once, it is fought daily. To master pride is to master the self. It is to embrace humility, to welcome truth, and to seek wisdom over validation. In the next chapter, we explore envy, the silent poison. Why do we compare ourselves to others? And can we ever find peace with what we have? Like, share, and subscribe to uncover more.